Welcome to Fast Cars, Fast Girls with Abby and Molly.
Okay. It's season 3, episode 17.
Episode 17. All right. The race report from Texas Motor Speedway.
DXC Technology, 600 kilometers.
Yep. 600 kilometers.
Got to make sure that's
right. Yes, it was 248 laps.
Mm-hmm.
Just shy of 300 miles.
A little over.
Or a little over 300
A
miles.
little bit like 3 something or other.
Yeah.
It's like a weird, it's a weird number.
It is a weird number. But bottom line, great race.
Bottom line, amazing.
Amazing weekend altogether. I know we talked about that a little bit on our live video.
Yes.
But yeah, just great weekend. So where do you want to start?
Should we just run it down? Do you want to? We did the live video about quals and everything. Do you want to touch on that for a moment?
Yeah, we can touch. Just have a quick run through.
Okay. Quals was interesting.
Quals was interesting. Tony Kanaan kissed the wall, and so he ended up starting back of the pack. Unfortunate.
With a D&Q.
Yep, D&Q. Very unfortunate for him. However, this race start was his 369th race start.
Yes.
300. He has 309 consecutive, but it's 369th, which tied him with AJ Foyt.
Which I think is really cool.
Very cool. And I enjoyed that they talked about that on the broadcast.
Yeah.
And Robin Miller, talked to Tony and AJ together about that. And I just love Tony Kanaan.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how you can dislike the guy.
Sorry.
He's fantastic.
A DHL van just drove by, and it had the Ryan Hunter-Reay, like his car on the back of it. I was like, Ryan, would you like to join us?
Would you like to join the podcast?
Little known fact about Ryan Hunter-Reay, he also moonlights as a DHL delivery driver.
I mean, he's got kids. Okay,
Man's got to
expensive.
Man's got to pay some bills with them kids.
College funds. Got to beef those up.
Yep.
They're young, but the time to start is now. Let that interest work for you.
Speaking of which, we're presented today by the College Savings. No.
That would be a perfect tie-in if we were, though.
We are not.
But yeah, no, so Tony Kanaan, I just love the guy. And I remember last fall we had talked to him at the Born Racer premiere and asked him what his favorite part of, the 2018 season was. And he said getting to talk to AJ Foyt.
I mean,
so, he's been kind of, one of Tony's, I don't want to say idol or hero, but basically, mentor, something that he's always looked up to as a driver, and now he's on his team, and he was just honored to be in the same category as AJ Foyt, and I really enjoy the level of respect between those two drivers for one another.
Yeah, it's
because it's
clear.
Not one-sided. AJ Foyt 100% respects the hell out of Tony Kanaan.
Yeah, because I think in that same thing, like, Miller talked to AJ Foyt, and he was like, you were saying there was only a few drivers, and AJ was like, yeah, Tony's one of the drivers who could beat my record, hands down. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Man.
And AJ does not give up his titles or his records easily.
He's not here to fluff you, okay?
No, he is not.
He is not a fluffer.
That man is no bullshit.
Well, he's also no bullshit.
What did you say the first time?
I said he is not a fluffer.
He's not a fluffer.
He's not a fluffer, no.
No, so I just enjoy that. I enjoy the interaction between the two of them.
I do. It's really cool.
And that's just, that's a really cool milestone. So congrats to Tony Kanaan. Next race, he will surpass.
He will. The only man in front of him, Mario.
Damn.
Who, by the way, he crashed the 2-seater at Texas.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Which we all knew was gonna happen.
Was there somebody riding in it at the time?
I don't remember, but he crashed it.
He blew the engine out of the GP. He crashed it at Texas.
But to be fair, if you were riding in the 2-seater and you crashed with Mario Andretti as your driver, would
Best
you be upset?
Ever. No. In fact, I would actually prefer for that to be how it went down.
Yeah, like, do you want to? No, I don't want to sue anybody. Can you take pictures of us?
Yeah. Did anybody get this on video?
Who got this on video?
Because now I can say that I was in an IndyCar crash.
Exactly.
I'm not upset at all as long as I can have the photo evidence of all that happened.
Yes, please.
In fact, can you put me back in the car? I want you to video AMR getting me out. Let's make this real dramatic.
We're going to redo this again,
It'll be great on the social.
Please, can Mario just cry, no?
I'll just sit in the car. I'm waiting for Dr. Billows, thank you.
He's too busy sending us memes. Sorry, I don't want to tell tales outside of school, but oh my God,
Dr. Billows is one of the funniest people. He's one of our favorite people in this series.
He really is.
If you see any of the AMR guys and gals out and about, make sure you say hi to them because they have a very important and very hard job. But they are
some amazing people.
They are some of the best people at the track.
They really are.
Do yourselves a favor and and chit chat with AMR if you get the chance, because they're fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so anyhow, so quals,
yeah.
D&Q for Tony.
Marco had just a weird qual.
He did. I mean, his first lap was great, and then his second one, and we even noticed it because, as we said in our live videos, Texas shows up on the board their exact speed, not just the average. They give all kinds. It's so nice, and what percentage of the throttle they're on. They kind of give all that telemetry up on their big screen, the Big Haas TV.
Do you mean Big Haas TV?
I do mean Big Haas TV, and so I love all the information that we got during quals, because that's not the case at every track, and I think every track should do it. It was fantastic.
Doug.
I'm looking at IMS. I'm looking at everywhere,
honestly.
Looking at
all the tracks.
All of the tracks, because this was the most information I think I've ever seen on a video board, and I could not have loved it more.
Yeah.
But we were watching, all of a sudden we saw, 176. What the hell happened? Like that? He hasn't gotten the checkered. Like this isn't a cool down lap.
Andretti is slowing on the backstretch.
Andretti is slowing on the backstretch. So unfortunate, because he had a fast car.
He did.
He had a fast car. He had a good car for the race.
I don't know. Quals was weird for him.
Quals was weird for him.
I think that was kind of the two. Sato got the pole.
Barely. I say he edged Dixie out.
Dixie didn't edge him out.
That's true. Yeah, Dixie went after him. Was not fast enough.
Not fast enough. But really, it was Kanaan and Marco, I feel, were the two bigger issues in quals.
Yes.
That and Rossi and Newgarden did not qualify as well as they should have.
No, they definitely didn't. Rossi started in 11th, and Newgarden started in 7th. Also, Will Power started in 15th.
Yeah, I don't know what Will Power just didn't have the greatest race to begin with at all.
He did not, and he had some. His car was a little loose. He had some tire blistering, and so that threw up his pit sequencing. I mean, Pagano qualified 5th. He was the only one of the Penske drivers to even qualify in the top 10.
Yeah, and for a while, it was really looking like Honda stole the show, but Newey showed up at the end. So
yes, he sure did.
Thanks.
So, but some surprising things during qualifications. Bourdais started 3rd.
Yeah,
which. Hell of a quals run on him.
Well, he had a great first lap, but he wasn't as consistent on that second one.
He wasn't.
And then it's like, damn it.
Still a great first lap.
Still a great first lap.
Still very good.
I think he had the fastest first lap.
Yes.
But that second one just couldn't put up the same speed.
Nope, could not maintain. Hunter Ray started 4th, and then ran out the top 5 with Pagano.
Yeah.
Which I thought it was going to be Hunter Ray's race for a little bit, but his pit sequencing did not work out. Did not work out for him.
No, it wasn't the greatest strategy.
No, he wasn't able. I mean, even though he is in a Honda, he was not able to manage the fuel saving as much
not handle it
as some of the other Honda drivers. So.
No.
But yeah, what else? Anything else on quals you want to touch on?
No, because the two for me were really Kanaan and Marco's weird ass.
Yeah.
And then the two boys at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of my quals thing.
Cool.
All right, I guess on to the race. Should we just kind of run it down or run it up?
Yeah.
I think it works. Okay. Do we want to talk about other things and then run it up, or run up all the drivers and then hit a few of the extra things we will certainly want to discuss?
Dealer's choice.
Yeah, let's just start. Actually, the other things we'll just
throw in.
Fit in as I suppose. So, poor Matt Laced.
Poor Matt Laced.
Oh, God. 175 laps down, so he got about 50-ish. That's my bad math. Car was not handling well, and you could tell. You could tell. He was slower, but I will say this about Matt Laced. Every time that he has issues with his car and he's slower, he does not hold up traffic.
No, he gets the hell out of the way.
He does a good job about that, and that is a mark to his professionalism. So
It absolutely is. And when there's cars that are coming up behind him and things like that, and they're faster, he goes high or goes low to get well out of the way.
Yep.
And I mean, and he's not trying to go all out on the throttle. He is 100% not, at 100%. He is being respectful of the other drivers, and I appreciate that.
I do too.
I mean, we were talking about some of the other drivers having a healthy respect for ovals and things, and it's nice to see our paddock have that kind of respect for the speeds and the things that can go wrong if you get a little too big for your britches and try to hold people up when you have no business doing it. So I think it's the gentlemanly thing to do, and it's the safe thing to do.
Oh, 100%. So
sad to see him not finish, though.
Exactly. And
Next up, Charlie Kimball.
Charlie, I don't know. There was a weird mechanical issue with that car.
Yeah, he had an issue with the right rear wheel bearing.
Yes. And then there was also, I think, maybe a secondary he talked about, perhaps. But again, car wasn't handling well. They pulled it on in.
Yep, they were going to attempt to fix it, but
apparently it could not be fixed.
Could not be fixed. So he only ran 162 laps. Do hate to see that.
No, he was 162 laps down.
Or 162 laps down. That's right. Sorry. So yeah.
Yeah. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that math. It's not important.
84.
Yeah, sounds about right. God, Zach Veach.
But yeah, anyway, I was gonna say I just hate that for Charlie because he actually had a very good car.
Yeah, he really did.
He did. He started 17th, but yeah, he had a quick car. And he had a good race up until then.
He did because he had his average speed seemed fast too. That's what's
it was. He was very fast actually. Yeah. So it's a shame because I think that he would have
probably finished top 10.
I think he would have.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this was going to be a banner race for Kimball had that not happened. So unfortunate to see that.
Yeah, and he won't be back out until Pocono.
Okay. So interesting. I wonder if he's going to pick up any more.
From the most recent articles, he's not sure. Because
he's probably open to it, but
Max will do the road courses in the 59, and then Pato was supposed to do the road, most of the the races that Charlie wouldn't, but then Pato has very wonky sponsorship issues. They don't know how many more races he can do,
if any. He might be done.
Yeah, he might be done. And
he might have raced all the IndyCar races he's going to race this season.
It's already been said that Red Bull, he's part of he will be part of their kind of F1 junior whatever, is not helping him for his IndyCar ride, which I'm like, really, Red Bull? You don't think you want to get into IndyCar?
I know. I don't get that.
I think get back into IndyCar.
And he's actually, I think, 15 hours short for his FIA super license. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure how that's going to impact the Red Bull thing either.
I don't know.
So yeah, because they've got all kinds of requirements and things like that.
Yeah.
But anyhow, he has not met all of the necessary requirements for the FIA super license.
We should do that once for shit we didn't make up. Not this race, but
yeah, no, we'll get into that.
Yeah, I'll make a note.
Maybe we'll talk about it next week when we talk about Le Mans.
There you go. Which is happening this upcoming weekend.
It is.
Yes.
It is, and obviously we're rooting for Dragon Speed Racing.
Yay!
Which that car, oh my God!
Looks
Sorry to get off a
pretty.
Tangent, guys, but it is beautiful.
Oh, so gorge. So gorge.
Oh my goodness!
It's nice. It's sharp.
It is sharp. Car. Oh, and that baby blue with the golf logo. I mean, I love the blue and orange together.
I do too.
And that baby blue on there is just.
Oof. So we're here for the car. Rossi here for Ben Hanley and Stanley the Manly Hanley.
And
of course, Holly Day.
And Philippov.
And Philippov.
I mean, we're here for their whole team, actually. They've got a great lineup of drivers. They actually, I don't remember if they're doing one or two teams in Le Mans. It might just be
LMP1, and it's like their last year in LMP1.
Okay, cool. So they're just doing the one.
I hope it's LMP1 and not LMP2. It's LMP1.
So, but we're excited to see what they do.
We'll be cheering for them from the States.
Because they're going to be full-time in IndyCar next season, and we like to support our drivers no matter what they do.
Yes, we do.
So, yeah. All right. Well.
All right. On to heartbreak, Zach Veach.
Oh, which is a shame because Zach Veach races well at Texas. He does well. He said beforehand, that he was going to be a little more patient, so he didn't, have any mistakes, etc. That did not work out for him.
Did not work out.
I'll say what's very funny.
Yes.
Kind of. Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
It's funny.
It's funny. So on lap 133, I had the scanner. It was on his radio, and I don't know what his team asked him to do, but he just came where he said, "Give me a damn minute." And next thing I knew,
he got more than a minute.
He got more than a minute. Next thing I knew, he was in the wall.
Yeah.
I will say, kudos to him because he tapped the wall. It bent the rear toe length. It was more than a love tap. I think you said getting intimate with turn 3.
He was getting intimate with turn 3, and then that car bucked.
It did buck. I mean, it hit, it bounced, he pinballed a little bit, but it spun back going facing forwards, and Zach Veach 100% tried to still drive that thing.
Yeah, he was like, I can get it back. It's fine, guys.
And which I'm like, mad respect for that.
Like, look, I'm here for shit like that.
I am so here for that business. I love that he's like, it'll buff out. It's fine.
It's fine. I can get it in the pit lane.
And then he could not.
It did not, in fact.
We had a flat tire. Yeah, it was a whole thing. Very lucky that we didn't have a secondary incident with that.
I mean,
as with all of our crashes.
All of the crashes. I cannot believe. And
I'm very glad about that.
Yeah.
very glad because we don't want to see any of that happen.
No.
So, but he got out of the car. He was not injured.
No.
But disappointing day because he was running well.
It was, and then they got the car fixed, and they got it back out, and then they were like, just kidding, and then they had to bring it back, and I was like, oh God, why? It's just heartbreaking. So they're like, no, we got it fixed. They're back out. I was like, yes, Zach Beach, and then they're like, nope, it retired. Damn it, Zach Beach.
So that was the first caution from lap 135 to 142.
Yep.
8 laps, and that was for Beach's intimate contact in turn 3.
Oh, young Zachary.
One of only 3 yellows, and we went through more than half of the race without a single yellow.
I mean, lap 135 was the first yellow, and there was a moment where, because that was after both Kimball and Laced had retired the cars, and I literally was like, who would have thought that the first 2 cars out would have just been like purely mechanical issues at Texas? Like,
not me.
Damn.
Not me.
You could have knocked my ass over with a feather.
Seriously.
I
mean, this race, this track, would not have guessed that.
Mm-mm.
If I'd have put money on it, I'd have lost that bet.
I'd have lost it.
We won all the weather bets, but I would have lost that one.
Well, I was concerned about the weather.
I was a little worried.
There was a little worry.
All right. Then next, James Hinchcliffe, another single car incident.
And this one was heartbreaking.
It was
a good race for him.
Oh, he was about to have the best finish of this season.
He was part of a trio of cars, top end of middle pack.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Hinch, Rossi, Herta, like back and forth.
Yeah,
for
just
like
that spots
forever.
3 to 6, just kind of in and out, 3 to 5 in and out.
So much fun to watch.
It was. I mean, it was almost like it was choreographed.
Thank you. Like every now and then you'd see one of the cars pop out and pass, then another car would pop out and pass.
Or somebody popped out and didn't take it, then the next thing you knew they were getting passed. I mean, it was almost the street performers that put, a marble under the cup. The 3 card or the cup thing.
Yeah.
Where you have to, okay, now this is here.
Where's the queen? Where's the queen? Third place.
Exactly. Follow the queen.
No, it was so much fun.
It was, and I mean, it just appeared choreographed,
mm-hmm.
which I love. I love being able to see that and just see the skill and the racecraft of our drivers to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Safely.
I mean, it lent itself to a lot of fun because you could see the car pop out, come back in, and you're like, wait for it. And then the next time they'd pop out and try the turn or have to tuck back, and you're like, oh, beautiful.
It was, yeah. I think that's one of those that even if you're a casual race fan, you can watch somebody's about to make a move.
They're about to make a move. Like, this was a race even casual race fans would have been like, that's really cool. I'm here for this.
Yeah. No, I think so.
But unfortunately, he tried to pass Rossi on the outside. He stayed up in that high line too much, and, well, that high line was not well done.
Well, he Tokyo drifted a touch, which was not the first time he had done that. He did that. The announcers, I enjoyed them saying a couple times that Hinch was driving like he was on a dirt track.
I did. That's kind of one of my favorite things. And all of the bucking Bronco references
yes.
that they made. I was here for that guy.
Oh, especially, with the Veach. Like, oh, that's like a bull ride. Hang on for 8 seconds.
Hang on for 8 seconds.
I was here for the announcers for this race. That was...
Darn it, Townsend Bell.
I know. Oh, you're fantastic, Townsend. Don't
change. We love
Sweetie,
you.
you're perfect. We love you.
This is not about you. We're so glad you're here.
But yeah, the bucking Bronco, too funny. But yeah, it was very unfortunate for Hinch. So yeah, so he slid a little bit and
got a little wild.
Yep, kissed the wall.
He was our second of 3 cautions.
He was, and so that lasted from 219 to 225.
Mm-hmm.
It was in turn 2 again. Luckily, no other car, no secondary incident. Which with him and Veach, they both hit the wall high and then came down to the safer barrier, and so they crossed the entire track. And it's a testament to, our drivers, and most importantly, their spotters.
Yeah,
like the spotters are the unsung heroes when there are not secondary incidents. Exactly. And I don't want to not mention them in this because if they weren't in the driver's ears saying, go high, go low, etc., because it is a short track, it is quick, and as fast as they're going, you got to take in a lot of information at once. And so kudos to all the spotters and all the other drivers because
that was just an amazing.
Without that kind of cohesiveness between them, I think we would have seen some really nasty accidents.
Oh, 100%.
So
100%. No, I would absolutely agree on that.
Yeah. He started 8th,
finished 19th.
Unfortunate. He was gonna end up with a top 5 finish.
Yeah. Also, I think the next kiddo on the list.
Oh, Colton Herta breaking my heart. I mean, I love the kid. He's not breaking my heart, except that it just breaks my heart because he was headed towards a podium finish.
I mean, if you think about it, he is a rookie, and he was trying to pass 2 very skilled drivers, including, a very good oval driver.
Yes.
And, at times, well, the reason for the crash was he was challenging the man.
He was.
So, this kiddo...
I mean, he had already passed Pagano.
Yeah.
He didn't care that he's like, Indy 500 what?
Indy 500 my ass.
Beep. We ain't at the Indy 500 right now.
I'm sorry, are we in Indy again?
No, we are not. We in Texas. And so, yeah, past Pagano. He had passed Rossi. I mean, he was making moves on everyone.
Everyone. He was not here for anybody.
No.
Except for Herta.
And I'm here for that.
Yeah, I loved it.
He is... I think has a healthy respect for the course, but also has that bit of fearlessness that
he's got
our
that
drivers
rookie
need.
fearlessness. He's like, it's okay. It's just my first year. I've not seen anything yet. Let me just go.
Right. So it was an interesting incident. Because it took out him and Dixon. And that was lap 229. So this was our third and final caution.
And I don't know. We've watched it and watched it and watched it.
And I think that Race Control made the right decision in not taking any action because it was not necessarily unavoidable contact.
No, I definitely don't think it was unavoidable contact.
No, there were definitely decisions that could have been made differently by each driver.
Yes.
But at the same time, there weren't a lot of laps left, and everybody's trying to win a race.
So,
I think that Herta will probably drive a little bit more carefully to not wreck himself out of a podium. That's kind of, lesson 101.
Yeah, that's...
Race car driving 101, like don't wreck yourself out of a podium.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he saw an opportunity, attempted to take it. Dixon kind of closed the door, but left it cracked. Dixon definitely could have more aggressively defended his line and shut that down. Also, Herta could have also backed off a little bit.
And I also think that replaying and listening, Dixon thought that Herta was there, but he wasn't quite sure where he was. It sounded like he wasn't 100% where Herta was, and so when he went to go one way to try and avoid him, he kind of went the wrong way.
Gotcha.
A little bit.
Maybe thought that he was further back.
Yeah, I think that's that. And all of a sudden he was, because in his interview he's like, and then I saw the shadow and I was like, fudge.
Right, he's like, I saw the shadow, knew I had no room.
And they hit. And boy, that was a heartbreaking moment.
Oh, my gosh.
Because both of those drivers had just put on a show.
And in the last 3 races, 2 DNFs from Scott Dixon. Who would have thought?
No. God in heaven.
So, again, another one we were very lucky not to have any secondary incidents. And I think we'll take this time to talk about Alexander Rossi.
I mean, oh, my God. Mere millimeters.
Millimeters. Literally, I have seen
put a dollar bill between him and, oh, my God.
I've seen pupils bigger than the space that...
I have watched and do yourself a favor. Just go, and it's on everywhere right now.
Yes.
But the footage of him barely escaping. And at one point, he only had one hand on the wheel. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, unbelievable. Oh, the skill of that man.
It's unreal.
It is. I mean, fast hands.
Unreal.
Fast hands Rossi.
There you go.
I'm sure there's a better nickname, but
yeah, I'm sure there is.
But yeah, I mean, just
now in my mind, I just think jazz hands, from
jazz hands,
stuff like that.
Well, I want him to do that now.
I do too. How do we make this happen?
I don't know.
No idea.
We'll find somebody to talk to you about that.
Somebody Photoshop.
I want somebody make it a GIF.
Yes,
but yeah, I mean, thoroughly impressed. Well, and even on Rossi's, even though he went low, because that part of the track below the white line is flat,
and you're coming off of a heavy bank.
And other drivers, announcers, etc., they describe it as ice. It feels like you're on ice because you see him come down very controlled, and then that wheel is all over the damn place until he was able to get back up.
Yep.
So it was very lucky for him and Herta that he was able to miss that, because had he hit Herta,
I don't think it would have ended well at all.
I don't think so. I think that it would have pushed them up and had debris everywhere, and I think there definitely would have been more cars involved, and definitely some more serious injuries.
Definitely.
But very impressive from Rossi.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Yeah. Broke my heart, though, about DXC and Herta, though.
Yeah, so poor Herta started 10th, finished 18th. Oh, Scott.
Started 2nd, finished 17th.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're going to have to do some math to figure out where he's at in the championship standings with 2 DNFs.
You know, it tells you this on there.
Oh, it does. Yeah, sure does.
Yes.
There we go.
He's fourth.
Actually,
he's still
fourth.
There was no changes in the top 5 after this race.
Interesting.
No, there were point changes and differences between the points, but the standings 1 through 5 are still the same.
Sure. Nice. Okay, so he's still fourth.
He's still fourth.
That's not too shabby.
Well, he did get a few points for leading a few laps, so.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. Don't at me, people. All right. Well, now on to the cars that actually finished the race.
Yes.
OTK.
So he started 22nd, finished 16th.
Apparently, they made 27 changes to that car between qualifications and the race.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Would that be another we changed everything except the paint color weekend?
I think that's what we changed everything except the paint color weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then he got that penalty for jumping the start after the Veach yellow. So that never helps because it's a drive-through at Texas, which
it's better than it was last year since they adjusted the pit speed thing.
That's true.
You know, it's 60 up until that last line, and then you can go to 90, which makes you
easier.
Yeah, not lose as much time on pit road and make it a hell of a lot easier and safer for you to blend back into traffic.
Yeah.
So it's not as damaging as it has been in years past, but still does not help your race out at all.
It does not.
So unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Takuma Sato. So he won pole position.
And he actually started very strong. He had a good race. By lap 21, he was already he'd already started to lap people.
Yes, he was starting to put people a lap down, and he had such a lead on my turn. I'm like, this looks like
this is about to be his race.
Yeah, I thought he was just going to stretch this lead, and I'm like, holy hell, we're not going to see Sato again. Like, he's gone. He
was in fact not gone.
He first pit for him.
He came into that box way too hot. Locked it up.
Missed his box. Came in too hot.
He didn't miss his box. He kind of just kept going.
Yeah, he definitely locked up the tires and just squealed right on through.
Into the box next to his.
The DHL.
On the way, though.
He collected a crew member.
Not like Pokemon Go.
No, not in a good way. The video of that is wild because it's Cuz who we interviewed actually last year at Road America.
Who used to be on the Heart. He's been on crews everywhere.
He's been on, I think Townsend and Paul Tracy have had him on their crews.
Yeah,
he was on my team for
he's a good guy.
Driving Ryan Bull. They're my team, blah, but yeah, no, he is a great guy. So we're happy to see he's
okay. Was good. Checked, cleared, and released.
Checked and cleared, like he's okay. Thank God he had his helmet on. I mean that.
Oh my God.
That right there. If you ever wonder why the stewards are, DFS, dead serious about who can be over the pit wall and the equipment they have on and the fire suits and the helmets and all that, that's why. That's why, because had he not had a helmet, boom, he'd have been bleeding, probably unconscious, definitely a concussion, and subdural hematoma at best.
But thank God.
No, helmet saved him because he flipped over. I mean, and he would have cracked his head pretty good.
He did a whole thing.
I mean, it tore the back of his fire suit.
I know.
But he amazingly just
popped him back.
Popped him over the back wing, which is much better than going under the car.
Thank God.
Going over is always better than going under.
Yes.
So he seems to be okay, but damn, that was wild. That video is on the internet too, so you can watch that. But we are glad that he's okay. Of course, AMR was immediately on site to check him out, which was great. Something else that I thought was cool is that as you're looking, and they mentioned this on the broadcast as well, the DHL crew came over
to
check and be like, you guys okay? Do you need anything, etc. And something that I don't know that if this is knowledge I had, I didn't recall it. But because they were down a crew guy, the official popped in and changed the tire for Sato.
He's like, I'll jump in.
Which, it just hadn't hit me. I'm like, obviously, these guys have been around. You don't just go from, off the street to being an IndyCar official.
Right.
You obviously need to have some experience. Exactly. But I guess I had never noticed, or I did not realize that they have the ability to hop in and do that, which I thought was pretty cool.
I mean, maybe not all of them have that straight experience, but I'm sure they all have similar experiences. That one was just like, all right, y'all need a tire change?
Right.
Let's go.
I got you. And then it made me laugh because he did his tire. He flung his thing back. Then he stood up and went back to his regular job of being like, and you're good.
Okay, he's fine. He can go.
was like, look at this guy out here.
Look at this. Right.
Hashtag respect the hustle.
Yeah.
But also very cool that the officials are able to do that rather than just stand there and be like, well, we can't touch anything.
Sorry about your luck.
So, I mean, that pit stop was already screwed up anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sure, part of it was, well, we're not trying to beat a top speed here in this pit stop.
Obviously,
we've already screwed that up.
This isn't going to end well for the car. Let's at least help the man get a tire on.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I thought that was very cool. So if you didn't notice that, go back and watch it.
It's pretty cool. He's like, whoop, whoop. What's up, man?
I know, and just like it was almost like no words were spoken. He just went in and did it. Down. So I thoroughly enjoyed that, but disappointing race for Sato.
Yeah. Well, that whole issue, which is not an issue, it's a whole big deal.
It is. Hashtag Crew Lives Matter.
Because somebody was, I forget what, I think it was the radio broadcaster, like, well, he had a pit issue, and I was like, no, we don't call that a pit issue. We call that he fucked up and he hit one of his crew members. We don't call that an issue.
No, that's not an issue.
An issue is when you run over a hose.
Yeah.
Or somebody doesn't put a tire on all the way, or you get dropped too early. That's an issue.
That's an issue.
A cluster is when you hit a crew member.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Yeah.
That needs to be rectified.
So, yeah. It's unfortunate. Boy, God bless those crew members, because they really do put their lives on the line if you think about it. And
they do.
So he got a stop and go for that one. And he never got back from it, which I'm not unhappy that he never got back from it, because that's something you should not do.
No.
And I know that sounds harsh, but no.
No, I think that the penalty for hitting a crew member should actually be worse.
Yeah, I think it should definitely be a stop and hold.
And also, stop and go or stop and hold. Much more scary for his crew after that than it was for him, okay?
No, don't make him come back.
Like, no!
We're already down one man.
Just make him go to the back of the field again.
Just make him sit somewhere else.
We don't want him in our pit.
Right. Go make him sit in Ryan's pit. Apparently that's where he wants to go.
Right?
Sorry, that's a bad joke. I should not have said that joke. I'm sorry. It's okay. Cause is fine. I can make that joke. Cause is okay.
Cause is good. But
if he wasn't, I would not have made that joke.
Yeah.
I'll be real clear about that.
Very true.
All right. Now on to the cars who are down 2 laps. Oh, boy.
Will you get her?
Thea, stop banging your tail. You couldn't pick it up.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Okay.
If you heard a weird knocking, it's just my excitable puppy dog.
I can hear it, though.
Excuse me. I have something to add to this segment.
So Piggott, who started 6th and had a hell of a start to the race.
Yeah.
I mean, he was making moves, passing in and out of people.
Stuff.
He was, I think, not as featured as he should have been on the moves that he made, because he had a couple of moves
great moves up front.
Yeah, that were in between cars and kind of weaving in and out.
Like,
I mean, not in an unsafe way, but yeah, just
full-time Ed Carpenter Racing. Here I am.
Yeah, I mean, just he came to play.
He heard Penske had another opening.
Right.
He doesn't. Penske doesn't have another opening.
That is.
They go to 4 cars, but we'll see.
We shall see. But no, it was a great race for him. I'm sad that he didn't finish better because
a great race for him.
Well, it was a great race for him initially.
Both Ed Carpenter Racing cars. Not great on this track.
No, and Ed didn't qualify well either.
No, Ed just had issues the whole race. He didn't actually, Ed Carpenter started 13th, ended 13th, but he could have been better.
He definitely could have, and he was not happy with his car in quals.
No.
He was not happy with his car in the race. He had some vibration issues that he needed the crew to check out on one of his pits, but when he discovered the vibration issues, it was not in sequence.
And then the car was too loose at times. They just couldn't get that car set and dialed in right for him.
No, they couldn't, which is just too bad.
I know.
Because Daddy loves ovals.
Daddy only does ovals.
So I just
again
I do not enjoy that.
We've had this discussion about it, and that's all I'm going to say. All right, and then the last car, only 2 laps down, young Felix Rosenqvist, who went up 4 spots, started 12th. No, started 16th, ended 12th. Well, I got those numbers already flipped. But it was fine. And the thing that we get sent about all the quotes, he kind of talked about, their goal was really just to run all of the laps and gain some experience. And honestly, they did it.
They did that.
He ran it all. He didn't get out, which on Texas is a
success in and of itself.
For a rookie, it's success. So.
For anyone, really.
Yeah, for most people.
For anyone, that's success. And He hasn't been strong on ovals. Granted, that is not his wheelhouse. That's not his experience level.
Yeah.
So
finishing it without any issues, kind of good for somebody like that.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. And I mean, he gained 4 spots.
Yeah, it's not bad.
He was 12th. He was almost on the top 10. So I think for somebody who has had very limited oval experience, not bad for a rookie.
Not a bad race for him.
Nope, not a bad race. Nothing too exciting one way or the other. Nothing.
Sometimes that's okay for a rookie.
Yeah, I say a nice,
mid-pack,
steady.
Fine.
Yep. So
bring it home in one piece.
Nothing crazy stupid that he did. Nothing crazy exciting that he did. But he got out there, he earned some points, brought it home in one piece.
That's good.
Which he was the only Ganassi car to do that. So
I mean, there is that.
He did bring it home. Oh, and in 11th.
Oh my goodness.
Started 19th. Finished 11th. Just barely didn't make the top 10.
And, didn't have a lot of time in the car either.
Did not have a lot of time in the car. He has raced this before, but not with Carlin. So this is first oval with Carlin. Mr. Connor Daly.
Connor Daly. Okay, buddy.
Yes, I love to see that. I mean, an 11th place finish. Hell yeah.
And, last year Kimball was 10th when they finished. Chilton was 13th, so it's not bad. I mean, that's common ground for Carlin, and he brought the car home in one piece again. Kind of a big deal at this oval.
Sure is.
And he went from, he was slowest in, the first practice session to finishing 11th. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, gained 8 spots.
Here for nobody knows about Connor's future. Nobody said one way or the other if he's actually going to be taking over all the ovals, so we'll see.
Yeah, I imagine that there's still sponsorship and things that needs to get sorted out.
That's usually how it goes.
Or it could be one of those where maybe they want to trial a couple different guys.
It'll be interesting to see.
Kind of like how, Harding was doing at the end of last season. But we'll see. I would love to see Connor just kind of have this seat for the rest of the season.
Yeah, do the ovals.
See what he can do. And
Iowa and Pocono.
Yep.
And
maybe even take
Gateway,
over some of the...
There it is.
Yeah.
Like I was missing one.
Yep. Maybe even take over some of the road courses that Pato's now doing.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I would love to see all of those things happen.
All of them. All of the things.
And then I want Connor back in a full-time ride. If we're since I'm putting it out there.
Since we're going out there, since we're making our wish list.
Put it out there. Let's just say it. Nobody that listens to us is surprised.
No. And they're like, okay.
But yeah, good race for Connor Daly.
Good race for Connor.
All right, rounding out the top of the top 10. Marco. Started 21st, finished 10th. So
he gained quite 11th, yeah.
His race car was good. He shit the bed a bit in quals,
I think he just had trouble passing. So sometimes that's hard. I mean, and on an oval, if you get past, sometimes all of a sudden you just got, trains. Getting ran by trains. So it's unfortunate. But hey, he finished in the top 10. That's not a bad
He moved up 11 spots. I mean, and he did make some good moves and some good passes. So,
he did.
I mean, it's unfortunate that he started so far back because I think had he not started so far back, he definitely would have been higher.
I really think his quals run kind of really screwed him.
But I think that for what he started with, I mean, finishing 10th, good race for him. He did, he worked his ass off getting through the field. I'll tell you that.
Yes, he did. Will. Again, I think part of Will was that where he qualified.
Yeah, I mean, he qualified 15th. Talk about shitting the bed.
Yeah. And he had a weird, I think it was a slower burn for him because 7 laps, by early laps, I think about lap 7, multiple cars had passed him. But again, with that oval, if one person passes you, all of a sudden, man, you're just going to.
Well, and that first stint, he ended
tried
up having,
the high line.
He tried the high line. His car was a little too loose, which caused all kinds of blistering on those right-sided tires.
And that's all it takes.
It screwed up his pit strategy completely.
Yep.
And also, when those tires are blistering, you can't go all out. And I mean,
no,
you have to err on the side of safety.
Yes.
So.
But again, he gained spots. He went from 15th to 9th.
I mean, considering how far back he was at some points in the race.
Issues, and
his other issues, really not bad. I mean, not great. You're not going to get a thank you note from Roger Penske over that one.
You will not be getting the thank you from RP.
But considering everything they had to overcome,
he finished the race, brought it home.
Yep, brought it home in the top 10. So not too bad.
Not too bad. All right, now on to the cars on the lead lap.
All right.
Sebastian Bourdais, who it was a fine race for him.
It was a fine race for him. Started 3rd, finished 8th. He was holding his own for a little bit, but he seemed to, like you said, they, kind of
just
got past a couple different cars and just really couldn't get back up there.
Couldn't get back, and it's the train passing in ovals. It just cuts off your momentum, and all of a sudden 14 other cars have passed you. You're like,
and
what
then
happened?
You have no clean air, and yep,
it's up. You're
it's the whole thing.
You're up. I mean, let's see, did he led a couple? He only led about 3, and I think it was during pit.
Yeah, it was a pit sequence.
He led a couple, but I mean, he still led a couple of laps.
He did indeed.
Yeah. Marcus Ericsson. I always want to call him Eric Marcuson.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
I know, because it's almost like 2 first names.
It's like 2 first names.
Yep. So Marcus Ericsson, the number 7 Aaron Schmidt-Peterson car.
I mean,
shout out Tim. We enjoy that you listen to us.
What's up, Tim? Enjoy seeing you. Hey, buddy. Glad you didn't get kidnapped like we thought.
Right.
Yeah, went up 7 spots, so not too shabby for a rookie on an oval.
Not at all. I mean, especially coming off of a podium from last weekend.
Yeah, he was definitely right in the momentum, I think, and I was excited for it.
I was too, and he seems to have gotten nice and comfortable on ovals.
I think unfortunately, had Hinch not have crashed out, this felt like a good race for the Schmidt Peterson
team. It
would
have been a great race for the two of them.
Hopeful that the crash out does not take away any momentum, because they were all, like, you could just tell. I was like, okay,
yeah,
this team had it, and then I was like, oh no.
Oh no. But I agree with you. It was shaping up to be a stellar race for Aaron Schmidt-Peterson Motorsports.
Yeah.
So the Hinch crash is unfortunate, but still great to see Ericsson
top 10.
Top 10, finishing 7th, started in 14th and finished 7th.
Yeah, so he definitely made some gains.
Not only is he comfortable on ovals, he's comfortable making passes on ovals.
Made some moves.
He was just kind of quietly making his way through the field like a shark. And I'm just scooting in and out, doing
shark things.
Yep.
I don't know.
Doing Marcus things.
Yep. Hashtag just Marcus things.
Just Marcus things. Yep. Sliding through that field just as easily as he could put together an IKEA desk. So
pretty amazing. It's a skill.
It is.
He should have put together my desk. This is from IKEA.
Oh, he should have.
There's a lot of cursing involved.
Isn't there always?
There was. There was 3 of us trying to put this together.
I actually have a friend who says that premarital counseling is not necessary. What you really need to do to find out who somebody is you just lock the 2 of them in a room together with a piece of furniture to put together.
I 100%
And you
agree
can't
with
come out until it's put together. It's like that right there will tell you if you can live with them forever.
Yes. Yep. There is no other way.
Like, that's the marriage test.
There you go.
I'm like, oh, well, that explains why I'm single. I don't think I could do it. No. Mine usually ends with, you know what? I'll just do it myself.
Just sit down.
I've got this.
I've got it. No, don't touch it. Put it down.
Oh.
It does end up usually with some spare parts, but you know what? They were not necessary.
It's not supposed to.
Yeah, sometimes you don't need them all.
Well, sometimes they give you extra ones. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, this doesn't really need to put the bag right here. We don't need to put it.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. No, I've done that where, well, see, and that's my thing is because, I love to build things anyway. So it's like I start out and then I'm like, ooh, let me
just change.
I end it with extra parts or I change things or
No, 100% on that one.
Because we get a little squirrely.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, great race for Ericsson.
I don't know why we don't on IKEA.
Well, because we don't on the IKEA. I said he was making those passes as easy. He can put together IKEA furniture. That's weird. Yeah.
Oop. Simon Pagano.
So started 5th, finished 6th. He ended up on a fuel strategy that was not going to allow him to do any better than that. No, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was just fuel strategy actually ended up screwing a couple people.
It sure did,
including the next person on our list.
Yeah, no, it sure did. So yeah, Pagano, he at one point he was kind of all business.
He was a little sassafras pants.
Yeah, well, and for most of the race, they were giving him a lot of information, and he was just acknowledging the information. He wasn't. There wasn't a lot of back and forth talking. It was like
Roger.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
It's that one where they just squawk it. Burp.
Yep. Squelch it for us if you're yeah. So, but yeah, not a lot of talking back from him. He was very focused, very whatever. Did get sassafras in the end when they said, we need you to hit fuel number, blah, blah, blah. And he said, I can't do that. And they came back and said, you better figure it out because do it. Otherwise you won't have enough gas to finish the race.
And I'm sure he did not respond on the open communications channel.
I don't know that he responded at all, but I think everybody knew what he was thinking.
Yeah.
I think it was implied.
I don't think he needed to respond. No. They all knew what that response was.
Because he has been very vocal on the radio before about how much he appreciates the fuel strategies that they give him from time to time.
Very appreciative of it.
Which I enjoy Kyle Moyer being like, well, you better figure it out because otherwise we don't have enough gas to finish.
I'm here for Kyle Moyer also being a little sassafras bag.
Well, because sometimes Pagano kind of does his own thing. Like he's like, screw your fuel strategy. I don't need it.
And they're like, not today. say.
And he's like, okay, but let me let you know how important this is.
Like, but no, this
you
is for real,
will
though.
run out of gas. This is not optional.
This is not negotiable.
This is not a, if you feel like it, please do this. This is a command.
I don't negotiate with French terrorists.
Wait, French terriers?
Those two. Norman? Which I have to find. I took it with my real camera, so I have not posted it, but during the driver introductions, they would have like little fun tidbits about the different drivers. And it was like Simon Pagano, and his tidbit was like, he has a really cool dog named Norman. And I was like, seriously? I mean, I love Norman, but like, seriously?
He can also do a Donald Duck impression.
I mean, but like, everybody knows Simon because of Norman.
Okay, before we get into, let's see, the top 5, do we want to talk about the penalties at all?
Well, we kind of
did some of them.
We hit the 2 that we really know, because Sato we talked about, got the stop and go. TK jumped the start and got a drive through.
On lap 126,
Ericsson
or Rosenquist.
Oh, Rosenquist.
Rosenquist got a drive through for a pit speed violation. Lap 122, Pagano had a pit safety infraction, post race fine.
And lap 58,
Andretti had a post race fine for pit safety infraction. So those are all your penalties.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now to our top 5.
Top 5. Oh, RHR.
RHR, who
this was heartbreaking.
It was. I thought that this was going to be his race as well, because he came out so strong that I was like, holy hell.
We were like, what? RHR?
Yeah, I'm here for this. I mean, he came out just hitting it hard.
I mean, there was quite a few good battling moments throughout this race. And like he and Rossi and Dixon were like, let's like just, again, similar to the Rossi Herta Hinch thing, just trading passes with each other.
Yeah, just trading positions, just in and out. It was like musical chairs.
But they had him on a fuel strategy that just didn't work out for them.
No, he had a pit strategy that ended up not working out. He was going to need to be on a four-stop strategy instead of a 3. I will say on lap 149, so this was after the first yellow, because they were talking, I mean, they'd already been speculating that there was no way RHR was going to make it on 3 stops, etc. And, how maybe he'd get lucky with some yellows, etc., etc. And so RHR was in front of Dixon at this point. And so on Dixon's radio, they came over and said to him about RHR, they need another yellow. Dixon had no issues with his fuel, so he came back and said, I don't really give a shit. And then they came back and said, fuck him, we'll stay where we are.
Yeah, I mean, he was on a fuel. In fact, they came over Rossi's too, or no, they came over RHR's. They're like, if Rossi passes you, just let it happen because, well, you need fuel and he doesn't.
Yeah, you need fuel, he doesn't, so get back, draft, save a little fuel.
Yeah, I mean, it's, again, as I believe I said in prior race reviews, if your strategy is dependent on a yellow, well, you're going to have to rethink that strategy.
Yeah, I mean...
Don't bet on yellows.
Don't bet on yellows. I mean, they did get 2 more yellows after that one.
They did,
but it was not enough.
Which also, we have to add this to the season-long drinking game. Anytime somebody says yellows breed yellows.
Yeah, that's
one of the things I hate the most. Yellows breed yellows. Oh, really? Restarts are not orderly and neat? Is that
really?
Did you know?
Is that new?
Races are one of them.
Shut your face. Shut your face.
But yeah, yellows breed yellows, and it's always PT. Who says it? Yellows breed yellows.
I know.
Did they just feed you and give you a list of 5 sayings to say, that's right, you heard me say it here. I do not appreciate him as an announcer.
He looked like he was...
There was a moment he just stared into the TV. Like
I was like, is he high or is he having a stroke?
What's happening here?
He just stared like he had that confused Alzheimer look of,
yes, like
I don't remember
syndrome.
Where I am.
He's got sundowner syndrome.
Yeah, he would just stared at Towns over the longs and then just turned and stared into the camera.
Turned and stared into the camera, not saying anything.
No, with like a look of confusion. I'm concerned.
There's a moment. I sent the video to you. It's like, I don't know what's happening.
Like, is he awake?
Is he looking at the victim he has trapped somewhere?
Is this a TIA?
What's happening?
So. Huh? But yeah, yellows breed yellows. No shit, yellows. Sherlock.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I think any Captain Obvious statement is a drink.
Yeah.
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 So, but
it'll all come down to fuel strategy and tire savings. Oh, will it? Is that part of racing? Is knowing how to manage tires and fuel?
Like it does every race?
Hmm.
So, but anyhow, so RHR started 4th, finished 5th.
Had a good race, but just heartbreaking.
Had a good race, but yeah,
Definitely
the strategy,
fuel strategy
did not work out for him.
Yeah.
Although, if you were going to bet on yellows at any track, this would have been the one to do it.
Technically, yes. But
so had this been like the last couple of years, I think RHR probably would have podiumed because there were a lot more yellows.
That's true.
If he made it through the carnage anyway.
Well, I mean, I feel like on this track you don't want to bet on yellows because there's about a 50-50 chance you won't make it through a yellow.
Yeah. I mean, if you make it through, the yellows are great. If not, you're done.
So great.
You're done.
You're out.
But yeah, it was a very clean race, really.
Yeah.
Even with those incidents we had.
It was a very clean race.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, still a solid finish for Ryan Hunter-Reay. He is 7th in the standings now.
Yes, he is.
Pagenaud currently 3rd, by the way.
Yes. Oh, man.
All right, coming in 4th,
This
and
kid.
I'm so excited about this.
2 ovals in a row. Well, not in a row, but like 2 ovals, 2 good shows.
Yeah.
2 good shows.
2 top 10 finishes.
Santino.
Ferrucci coming in 4th.
On from the clouds.
Yeah,
the kid's
get
like,
some.
Look, I got ovals on lock.
On lock. I'm here for him.
He went up 12 spots.
Yeah.
12.
14. He went from 18th to 4th.
Some of us can't do math.
It's okay. I'll do the maths.
I stared right at it and went, yeah, that's exactly what.
But yeah, no, moved up 14 spots, started
I don't know what
18th,
happened
finished 4th. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it happens.
We got a lot of numbers written over this page.
Yeah, I did this late last night. That's why.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But good, clean race. He made moves. In fact, in his like post-race thing, he was talking about his spotter like encouraged him to push. And I was like, first of all, good for you for acknowledging that your spotter.
Yes.
Like, you know what? Also, shout out to my spotter because he was like, no, come on, kid, let's make these moves.
Yes.
I'm here for that.
I am here for that too. So, and you know that, like I said earlier, I wanted to, point out the spotters because they thank the whole crew, they thank everybody, but the spotters rarely get their own separate shout out, and they make a huge difference on your race,
especially on these
on the super speedways,
intense ovals.
On all of our ovals, our super speedways. I mean, your spotter is worth more than their weight in gold.
Yes.
So, yeah, very cool. I enjoyed his radio after he crosses the finish line, and he goes, woo! He goes, that scared the shit out of me.
I mean,
but not like in a, like, I'm terrified, in like a
healthy fear.
A healthy fear, a healthy reverence. And then he came right back and he said, thank you guys so much. This is what I'm freaking talking about.
Yeah.
Good job. Great job.
He's got a really good, and we're going to use the term healthy fear because reverence is good, but I also think there's a note of like, I have to watch my shit because this is a thing.
Yeah, like
for like the ovals.
You're racing very fast on a
very, tight track. I mean, boy, if you think this one is hard, I don't even want to talk to you about Iowa. Oh, kiddo.
Yeah.
Oh, kiddo.
Yeah. So no, I enjoy that. He had a great race. He pushed. He made moves. He barely didn't get a podium.
Yeah.
I mean, by less than 0.3 seconds.
Yeah.
Did not get a podium. So, and he, I mean, was passing people left and right. I mean, he passed Pagenaud. I mean, he got in front of Hunter-Reay. I mean, all of these powerhouse drivers, he weaseled his way in front of, and
I appreciate that you use the term weasel.
I mean,
because with the hair
and everything. Well, and also because he does pass like Rossi and Herta do, where he'll go high, he'll go anywhere there's a spot.
Yeah, he'll
and
take
I like
a spot.
that. And I mean, and he earned respect for me at the 500, getting the hell out of the way of that last crash and just cutting into the grass, being swoop.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and then to see Rossi do
swoop-de-dooped.
a very similar move this race, and I'm like, okay, I expect that we will see lots more of that and lots more good, aggressive driving from Ferrucci this season and hopefully many seasons to come.
Yes.
So, sorry. But yeah, no, it was great race for him.
It was a good race for him.
I'm excited to see him. I feel like he's going to start to challenge Rossi on. Rossi is no longer the only person who's making the super ballsy moves.
No, we've got a few.
We got a few.
I'm here for it.
Two of them being rookies, so.
I like a good rookie who tries some stuff.
Yeah.
Smartly tries some stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Smartly.
Who's not an idiot by any means.
Right.
But I think there was some Colton Herta hate saying that, he didn't have any business, blah, blah, and that, there were other incidents, with his other passes, and some of them were tight, but I'm just going to defer to the hangover. But did you die?
But did you die?
I mean, but did he make the pass? Now, that particular one on Dixon, no, he did not.
He did not, in fact, make that pass.
He did not.
But again, that was kind of a racing incident.
It was a racing incident. So, but yeah, Ferrucci, I'm here to see. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this season.
Sorry, my dog keeps scratching her, and I need her to stop her. It will not heal.
Yeah. Get her the cone of shame.
It's about ready to happen. Sorry. I'm just throwing stuff down the hallway at her. Stop it. All right. Graham.
So Graham Rahal started 9th, finished 3rd.
It was a good, clean race for Graham. It was just one of those races where everything, I think, was just dialed in. And
it was. They came over many times. And, well, he and Sato both felt like they had, quote, rockets.
Which
they did.
They
Sato,
used his more as a missile at one point. So not appropriate.
Used his more as a weapon of mass destruction.
Yes.
As opposed to just a rocket ship.
Yes.
It no longer became a passenger vehicle. It was a military vehicle.
It was a military grade vehicle.
Yes. Oh, which I do want to take this moment and say, I'm not going to get into how much we love Texas because I think y'all already know that we loved Texas. But my favorite was as we're taking pictures of, we just popped in the stands to take some pictures of, the driver announcements and all that. And as they're coming out on the stage and there's one of the workers there at the track. And so, we're bullshitting with them as you do, running for mayor everywhere we go, per usual.
We love our yellow shirts and we like our off-track yellow shirts at other tracks.
So we love our track workers everywhere. And so I said, he said to me, they're going to do the flyover, da-da-da. And I said, yeah, do you know who's doing it? He said, I don't know what it is. I said, I don't know what, he said, I don't know what they are, but they were fast. And I was like, I'm here for this.
And they were, in fact, fast.
They were fast. They were fast.
Yes.
So, but yeah, so speaking of fast, Graham Rahal, which I'm not surprised that he did this well because RLL clearly had their cars dialed the fuck in.
Ready for this track.
I mean, they were dialed in.
Yeah.
And I'm actually surprised that Graham only qualified 9th just because it seemed in practice and things that his car was pretty dialed in. He just didn't have as great of a run as he wanted. But I can't remember exactly when he came out, if he had sun or shade on the track, which makes a huge difference.
He came out. Well, he was, let's see, 1, 2, 3. He was 9th from the end.
So, I mean, that was the time when it was going back and forth.
Back and forth at that point.
So
yeah.
It could have just been some, sun and things like that were, affected that. But yeah, podium finish for Graham. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
Second place.
Oh, Rossi.
Your boy, Rossi, which you had the telemetry pulled up on your phone. Mm-hmm. And so, because I kept watching him, and I'm like, why is he not passing Newgarden? And you're like, he didn't have the tires for it.
He didn't, so, yeah.
Because I just kept waiting and waiting. I'm like, okay, Rossi's going to win.
He kept looking, and so he had always had some issues right in that, like, T1, T2 area that was hard for him to pass in. He had his tires were older. He had worn them out trying already on that high line, and he had also pitted sometime before Newgarden. So, yeah, about the last 6 laps, I was like, it's not going to happen. I'm going to just sit back down. I was like, nope, he doesn't have the tires. He doesn't have the fuel.
I know. I just kept waiting for it to happen. And so, yeah, when you're like, no, there's no tires. I'm like, okay. Well,
but you know what? Great race for him. We've already discussed that finish, which, that save.
That save, yeah, getting the hell out of Dodge.
Damn.
As that crash between Herta and Dixon was happening.
Damn. I will say for not passing him.
That was a Code Brown. That would have been a Code Brown moment for me, I'll tell you that.
There's just been a constant scream for like 20 minutes afterwards on my radio. Like, can you stop screaming? No. That's it.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it would have been if I was in the car, it would have been fuck me.
Well, yeah. First of all of the words.
All of the words.
Just all. I'd have to pay an FCC fine just for going on open communication channel.
Yeah.
Can you please stop? No. But yeah.
No, fuck the FCC.
Yes. That save was amazing. I will say for not passing him the last laps, that battle was still exciting because he kept trying. He popped out every now and then, like, we're like,
is he gonna do it? Nah.
And I was like,
I think he was also trying to, because he loves to psych drivers out.
Maybe he was trying to play a little game.
I think he was.
A little.
He likes to psych him out and get somebody to make a stupid mistake. I mean, so
if he didn't have the tires, if he didn't have the fuel, he was like, well, maybe I can.
Yeah, if I can get Newgarden to break his line and make a silly mistake, I can scoot right on in.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at him for trying. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Same as talking big during a game of euchre. Like
sometimes.
Yeah.
You just gotta bluff them.
Yeah.
Sometimes it wins. You know what? Sometimes you gotta hold them. Sometimes you got to fold them. Sometimes you got to walk away.
It's true.
It's okay.
It's true. But you know what? Right 9 every time.
Every time. And you never trump your partner's ace.
Never trump your partner's ace.
Never trump your partner's ace.
And if you do, it better be because the only things in your hand are trump.
All high trump cards.
And if that is the case, then I don't know why you didn't go alone.
This has been Euchre Talk by Abby and Molly.
If you don't live in the Midwest, then you didn't understand any of that.
You just went, huh? It's okay. We're done now.
It's all right. It's a Midwest card game.
It's a thing.
Actually, it's more of an Indiana card game. Not even all the other Midwest.
Not even all the other Midwest plays it.
Some Ohioans play it. Some Illinois people.
But Michigan is more rummy.
It is. Well, and even Northern Indiana doesn't really do euchre as much.
And some Kentucky.
Yeah, a little bit, but they're usually transplants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, again, this has been Euchre Talk.
Bye. Fast cars, fast girls. So Alexander Rossi finished second, but after starting 11th, was not the best qualifying for him either.
Shitty qualifying. Apparently there was a whole issue during the qualification. There was miscommunication. So
at the very least, yeah. At the very least, I'd say some miscommunication. So I mean, that's pretty impressive to go from 11th to second, even for Rossi.
And putting in some great. Part of many a good passing pack. So again, a lot of passes in this race. I want to hear it from anybody.
Yeah, a lot of passes.
Fight me. I'll be at Road America.
Yep, we sure will.
You can find me.
We did not have the pack racing, which we all agree is better.
It's fine, but we still had. We were still together.
And I don't mean that like pack racing is better. I mean it's better to not have pack racing, especially on a tight oval.
And they were still together though. It wasn't like one
it was not a parade.
Yeah.
Didn't look like an F1 race.
It did not look like an F1, which the F1 race was playing when I went to go have lunch with my parents on Sunday, and Mom was like, "Oh, do you want to watch this?" And I was like,
"No,
just the start, and then I'm done." And literally went boop 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 red. I was like, first corner, second corner, third corner. So I'm gonna get the taco salad because after a weekend of eating chips and salsa,
gotta get more Mexican food.
Gotta have more Mexican food.
Gotta do it.
Gotta go for my Indiana Mexican food.
You know it.
Different.
It is different.
It's okay.
It's authentic, but not as authentic.
Not as authentic.
Oh, so yeah, good race for Rossi, and then Newgarden
won,
but had 4 pit stops
because it was an amazing pit call by Tim Cindric.
Yeah, I mean, all of the kudos goes to Tim. I mean, not all of it because obviously
first of all,
Joey New is a hell of a driver.
He can drive the car. Like, let's not. But
yeah, I don't want to discount that at all. But this call is what determined this race.
Golden calling him in on a yellow, like, we're just going to top you off. So they just topped him off, and he went back out. So his follow-up pit stop was shorter because it's not the tires that takes time, it's the fuel.
It's the fuel.
So, like, that second pit, or the third, or whatever number it was, but that following pit stop was 6.5 seconds.
Yep, and that's what
did it.
That's what did it. That determined his race. That determined the outcome of the race for everybody, basically.
Yeah, it really was.
And
drove the hell of the car, too, don't get me wrong, but that call was perfection.
Oh, that call was money.
Who would, to even think about it, he's like, all right, we're going to pull him in on a yellow, fuel him up. That's it. No tires.
Because we can waste more time because it's a yellow.
Can do more in yellow.
And then
genius. That will save us. And then, like, Tim Cindric's not playing checkers.
He's in the long game.
He's playing chess.
Uh-huh.
He was like 5 moves ahead. Checkmate.
Oh, he 100% was, because everybody after this just said, where in the hell did Newgarden come from? And Cindric's been sitting back saying he's been coming for 30 laps.
Y'all did not know. And then he twirls a little mustache.
Magic man.
And he pets a cat.
Yes.
Expecting you, Mr. Bond. What the hell, Tim?
Oh, so great call by Cindric.
Which, so when he won, I don't know if you caught this, Newgarden came over the radio to ask RP if it was okay if he could do a donut.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I heard him when he came over. I heard him go, "Yeehaw!"
Which absolutely is the way that you win that race.
Yeah, loved that. But no, I did not hear that.
He was like, "Can I?" He basically said, "Is it okay if I do like a donut and whatnot?" And they were like, "Yeah, that's fine." Because you have to ask RP. I believe that who was it at the Brickyard? Who did the burnout?
I'm not even going to say their names.
But they were a Penske driver, and you know that there was a memo that went out
to
all Penske drivers.
Actually, I believe it was I think it was Keselowski.
I think it was
Brad Keselowski.
Yes, I'm gonna always mispronounce his name, but RP put a memo out.
Oh, I'm sure, because RP respects the sanctity of the bricks.
Excuse me. You must ask RP for post-race celebrations.
Yeah.
He
doesn't give a shit what your traditions are.
These are potentially acceptable, so you can pick from the list, but RP still has to approve.
Yes.
Yes.
Just like your insurance, You need prior authorization.
Yes, that's it. Oh my God, you totally need prior auth from RP.
Yep, you need a PA.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a donut? Please,
okay.
Please, Dad?
You can do 2.
Thank you, sir.
I know, he was like, you can do 2.
He's like, card number 2, you can do 2.
You can do 2.
This is your second win this season. 2.
I'll allow it. It's
no
fine.
more, no less.
That's fine.
Great race for Joey Newman. He was so excited. I mean, I love hearing him come over, and the yeehaw was fantastic.
I mean, that's the only way you do it for that race.
Yeehaw!
There is no other way.
It was full on scream, loud as hell.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Then they give you the cowboy hat. He shot off
the little guns.
Shot the pistols.
With blanks.
With blanks.
And caps in them.
Yep.
Okay, let's calm down, everybody.
Yep. They're not shooting real bullets.
They did not give Josef
dangerous.
Newgarden a gun.
Yeah. It's dangerous to shoot
down.
real guns
They're
in the
not
air.
giving him a gun. He's from Texas.
Right? Don't. Mind your business. But yeah, no, don't shoot real guns.
Is happening.
Don't shoot real guns up in the air. It's really unsafe. Please don't do that.
Please don't do that.
And they end the race with fireworks, which
was amazing.
I can't tell you how much I love professional fireworks.
They're great. Professional fireworks. We're coming up on the danger zone.
Yes, not all you jackasses that want to pretend that you have, I don't know, advanced degrees in fireworks and want to set shit off in the middle of the road. Y'all are the bane of every firefighter's existence. And let me just say, every emergency service worker, police, fire, EMS, nurses, and doctors, we all hate you because guess what? We all have to work holidays. So be mindful of that when you're setting off fireworks for the next month and a half, that someday you'll come into our hospital and we know what you look like.
Also, vets.
Vets, yes. Also yeah, so we're celebrating our independence. Let's have some respect for our men and women who have served in the armed forces and who may or may not have PTSD from their time, and our veterans now. That sounds like that can trigger
some issues,
some flashbacks, panic attacks, etc. Can trigger anxiety in general. So, be mindful, be respectful of your neighbors. Mm-hmm. But professional fireworks, here for it all day long.
Also, I do want to correct you. It's not a degree in fireworks. It's a degree in pyrotechnics. I want to point that out to all my community. No, just kidding.
Either way,
still cool.
You're not a professional, so.
Oh, well, no, the professional ones. Amazing.
Oh my gosh. And they went on for a minute.
They also just lit Victory Circle on fire.
Yes, they did. I didn't realize that was a thing, but yeah, they lit that sumbitch on fire.
That sumbitch on fire.
That was so cool.
I was like, it's on fire.
That was awesome.
Y'all, I don't know.
No, that was
kind of hard to beat that.
It really...
It's a little hard to beat fire.
Yeah.
And fireworks.
Did Gateway do fireworks at the end last year?
Gateway does fireworks right. They did it.
Did they do it in the beginning, maybe?
They do it at the beginning. They
because
they go whoosh, whoosh at the beginning.
Okay.
Because they start truly after dark.
Yeah, they do. So they can do it in the beginning.
Yeah.
I still think that we could do it at our track. Even in the daylight, it's not going to be...
It doesn't really matter. Still is cool.
Yeah, it's not going to be as cool, but you're still going to see it. Still cool. I would much rather see that at the end of the national anthem than balloons.
Yeah. I mean... I'm here for some fireworks in the national
Or even
anthem.
during,
And the rockets red glare.
The bombs bursting in air.
I'm sure somebody will say that's I don't know, unpatriotic. I don't know. Don't at me. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't believe that it is.
I'm
pretty sure they play the national anthem during every fireworks display in this country.
Somebody somewhere is going to say that that's, but I don't care. It would still be really cool.
It would be very cool.
Okay. That's the race.
That's the race, man. And it was great. It was a fast race.
It was pretty safe. Everybody got up and walked out.
Yep. Even the crashes were minimal
for
and
the
clean.
Most part,
yeah. So
all in all, pretty good.
All in all, not too shabby. Not too shabby.
All right. I think we have to end it.
I think so.
We don't have a race to talk about for next week.
We don't. I will just say again, though, love Texas. We're planning on going back. In fact, I think that we basically are committed to both Texas races next year because we wanted to go to Dakota anyway. And I don't think that I can live with myself if I ever miss Texas again.
No. This one is on the perma schedule.
I mean, this is one of these that I'm going to tell everybody. If you're only going to go to one other race, make it Texas.
I mean, you've heard about it on the video on everything, I think now.
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, and Insta. That, it's a great schedule. It's perfect right after coming down from, the May and even, the doubleheader in Detroit because you're like, I don't have to be in the track till like 3. I'm going to go do some sightseeing, or I'm going to just lay out by the pool.
Yeah, and just, dick around.
You get you a hotel with a pool because it's Texas.
Yep. It's going to be warm. You're going to want a pool.
You're going to want a pool.
It's not a bad drive from Indy. It's only about 13 hours. We will not be camping, though, because we don't like to camp when it's that hot.
It's too hot.
We don't know.
I need a little AC.
Yep.
Okay.
We need it. Our hair needs it.
Yeah.
Our body odor needs it. And so,
yeah.
But yeah, so it's a great race where you can come, but also sightsee and do other things and have plenty
rushed.
of free time and downtime, and you don't feel rushed. You can see they had the NASCAR Gander Outdoor Truck Series there as well. So if you have interest in that, you can see that. See a couple different, kinds of racing. Or you can, just come for the IndyCar portions and then be out and about for the rest of it. So they set the weekend up very nicely so that you can explore and get to experience and enjoy some things, some of the things going around the Dallas and Fort Worth areas.
Yeah. And because it's a Saturday night race, it means you get home on Sunday.
Yeah, which gives you, plenty of time to
turn around,
recover,
get ready for work.
Do laundry, unpack, and get ready for work on Monday. Yeah. So, just great all around. The people.
Oh my gosh, yeah, just
fantastic.
A fun
weekend. We got to be on the Big Hoss TV.
We were on Big Hoss
for a Name the Winner contest,
which we weren't quite sure what was happening till the very last minute.
Yeah, and so they came and they put us on the TV screen, and they they found us and they said, "Do you want to do this?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
We're like, "Yes, obviously."
We're gonna win a prize, and so they'd asked us because you were wearing checkered shorts, I had a checkered skirt on, and we had some fun shirts on. I had mine that you got me that says it's a checkered flag kind of day.
Mm-hmm. I had DCR on.
Oh yeah, you had your Ed Carpenter on, and so they told us, they're like, okay, stay here. So we kind of hang out and wait, and then right before they go, we're like,
what are we?
This is IndyCar drivers, right?
Because we have to pick an IndyCar driver because we cannot pick a NASCAR driver.
Yeah, like if you're gonna throw up NASCAR drivers, like I'm already out. And they were like, oh no, it's gonna be IndyCar drivers.
Because if it's a NASCAR driver, Tony Stewart. It's just my go-to answer.
I mean, there's a few I could get, but not
only
a lot.
The Penske ones because I watched the Penske games.
That's true.
And even then, I'm gonna get their names mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be real clear about that.
Yep, I'm with you on that.
But they did say it was an IndyCar driver. We're like, okay, good.
So that was fun. But it was one of those where it was like a picture and the pieces. Thing. Yeah, it's like a puzzle picture where like different pieces come in, and we got it fast.
Yeah, it was Graham Rahal.
It was.
And then we got a gift certificate to
Rudy's for barbecue. So which was really cool because when they first come to ask us if we would play this game, they said, what are some things you want to do? And we told them we wanted to get some barbecue. And so they went out and got us a little gift card for his wedding, which was really cool. So, nice. I mean, I was just very impressed with the level of professionalism
and hospitality.
Mm-hmm. Texas is charming.
Texas really is charming, guys.
It is. It was wonderful.
It was nice. It was a great weekend.
Yeah.
Definitely go if you're thinking about going. Do it.
It's 100% worth it.
Do it.
100% worth it.
And let us know what hotel you're staying in.
Yeah.
We recommend the Motel 6.
Honestly, they've just redone it. The pool is nice.
You're right across the street.
The rooms are nice. You're right across the street.
You're literally across the street from
Got a little mini fridge.
That's it. That's really all you need.
I mean, it really is not bad at all.
No.
I mean, and like I said, brand new building. Like they've redone the whole thing. So.
And there were like a few hotels in that area too, so we recommend that area.
Yeah, and it looked like they were building some more too, because there's a need obviously. So, but yeah, we were right there. It was fantastic.
Yep.
Do yourself a favor, just get a rental car.
Yeah.
As it turns out, lifts from like the DFW airport out to the track
it's going to run you about $35.
Yeah, and so to run the lift out and then back, just including the airport trips, equaled what it was to rent a car for 4 days. So do yourselves a favor.
Definitely.
Just rent the car. But yeah, let's see. Do you remember who we bet on last week?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. I know I did have Graham, I think, in my top 5 or top 10, so I know I got a point for that. I think I had Rossi in one, but I'm sure I had Dixon somewhere in there, and I lost that.
I don't have these in front of me. Nope. I put them in another pile.
That's all right. I don't recall either. I just remember that, I do recall that I didn't do as well as I wanted.
Yeah, that's usually it. So
I recall that.
I do too. Okay, well.
Oh.
I got nothing else. Should we white flag it?
I think so.
What you got?
I feel like everything I just said was a white flag, but that's basically it. Great race, great weekend. I had high expectations, and it 100% exceeded my expectations.
Excellent.
Could not be happier with how our weekend went.
Cool.
So what about you?
Please check out all of our social media channels. You can find all of those on our website, www.fastcarsfastgirls.com. You can find everything there, including ways to listen to us, though you're already listening to us. So send these links to your friends.
To your friends, family, enemies, coworkers. We don't care.
We don't have a race next weekend, so I'm sure we'll be doing something weird on social media at some point. So follow all of them: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the YouTube, the Snapchat.
I didn't log in this past weekend. Yeah.
Snapchat is hard because connectivity at racetracks.
Yeah, and Snapchat connectivity is especially weird, and it's kind of dying.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
But, we'll have them up and active this week, next week, and then Road America.
Road America in 2 weeks, so.
Cheese time.
So much cheese.
I'm here for the cheese.
I love the cheese.
And Jake Hellicar is back. I know you were all excited about that, too, because he's real excited.
He is. He is.
It's a little much.
And if you're going to Road America, make sure you look for us. We're going to have the big pink flamingo on the golf cart. You will not miss it. We also have some new flamingos that we will be decorating with. So
mini a flamingo.
Yep, our campsite, aka the checkered flamingo.
Yes. That's the thing now.
Yep, that's what it's called.
The thing now.
Because we decided if we were ever open a bar, that's what we'd call it. So yeah, the checkered flamingo.
You're welcome.
So just look for Checkers and the Pink Flamingo, and that's probably us. We are going to do a fun event Saturday night, actually.
Definitely do keep the eye on the social media. We'll have some more details about that.
We are. We are starting a new thing called.
We're gonna have fun.
Yeah, FCFG Unplugged.
Much like MTV Unplugged.
Yes.
We'll just be singing a lot of acoustical covers.
You got it. 369.
I was going to do some
Damn, you're fine.
Nails. Or not Nirvana's Unplugged album is an amazing album, but anyway.
It actually is an amazing album.
Pretty good at that. But yeah, so
I just love acoustic versions of
rap songs.
Rap, yeah, it's my favorite.
But keep eyes on social media. We'll have some fun.
Yep, we'll keep you posted on the details of that event, but it'll be a good time. You won't want to miss it. So
definitely.
All right, thanks for listening. Have a great week.
Bye.